This video is brought to you by Soccer.com, North America's largest online soccer retailer. Don't forget to use coupon code 1SR4U13 at checkout for free shipping within the US on any order of $100 or more. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you an unboxing plus on-feet video of the Nike T90 Laser 4 in the brand new Bright Mango black and white colorway. Like all the top-end models from Nike, a string bag is included. This particular string bag is black and bright mango in color with your T90 graphic there on the front. So I'll get that out of the way, get the shoes out of the box, and if you guys could take a second to leave a like on the video, it would be greatly appreciated. Now what's important to note about this colorway of the Laser 4 is that it's the last Laser 4 that we're going to see released from Nike. After this, they won't be producing the Laser 4 anymore, so if you've been waiting to pick up a pair of these for yourself, now is a good time to do it because like I said, they're not going to be making any more after this colorway. Now to talk about the colorway very quickly, this is the return of Bright Mango. Now for those of you guys that are familiar with your soccer shoes, Bright Mango is the color that was released with the Vapor 8, which was obviously the last model of the Vapor, and was received very well. A lot of people like this Bright Mango color, and it makes a return on the Laser 4. And I just wanted to mention that the shade of Bright Mango that we saw on the Vapor 8 is exactly what you're going to find on the Laser 4. It's kind of like a combination of orange and pink depending on the lighting, almost like a salmon color, but nonetheless, if you're looking to be bright and stand out, you're going to get it from this particular color. So the upper itself is Bright Mango, along with the adaptive shot shield here in rubber. It's not exactly the same shade, but it is very similar. You have your black accents throughout in the matte black on the Nike swoosh here on the outside, your black laces, your shiny black tongue, your black heel liner, and then one black Nike swoosh here on the inside of the heel. The sole plate itself is in a matte white, one Nike swoosh here in black in the middle, and the studs themselves are translucent in color, which personally I think looks really good. Now if you would like more information on the overall performance of this shoe, I would strongly recommend going ahead and checking out the full review on my website, SoccerReviewsForYou.com. You will find a link down below in the description. Now the shoe itself, the Laser anyways, is available with two different upper variations, both being synthetic. The standard synthetic, which is what I have here, as well as the Kangolite synthetic, which is a more leather-like synthetic. The synthetic on this particular shoe is slightly thinner, still offers a very soft and comfortable feel, and actually is really good if you are looking for a less bulky feel from the Laser 4, but if you want a little bit more padding, then I would probably go for the Kangolite version of the shoe. Now, one of the main features on the shoe now, or the newer models anyways, is Nike's ACC All Conditions Control, and basically it's a wet control element on the upper. It allows for a little bit better friction between your foot and the ball, kind of keeping the surface of the upper a little bit more dry when you are playing in wet conditions. And overall, I feel like the Laser 4 is just a great pair of shoes to play in wet weather because you do have that ACC on the upper, along with this rubber adaptive shot shield that really does a good job of keeping the water out of your foot, or off of your foot, and just allowing for pretty good grip on the ball in these wet playing conditions overall. Now the adaptive shot shield itself is kind of the main reason why you would go for a Laser 4. It is your striking element, if you will. You have these fairly aggressive pliable fins here kind of hanging off the shoe right here at the inside of the forefoot, and that's really where the majority of your touches on the ball are going to be made. It does a good job of providing that nice grip when you are striking the ball, which is what you would want from a shoe like this, but at the same time it doesn't feel too clingy when you're dribbling the ball, so you don't feel like the ball is getting stuck up in your feet, which is definitely a good thing. Now up here you do have a slightly thicker, very firm rubber. It's not as sticky as what you're going to find down here, and it just provides a very solid contact when you are striking the ball, giving you a very responsive feel. And it's nice that the shot shield itself just flows very naturally with the upper and is nice and flexible, giving the shoe, like I said, a much less bulky feel than you might expect. You do have the off-center lacing system, leaving you with a very large strike zone that's pretty clean, and nonetheless the shoe fits very well, which is important when you do push the laces over because that can be an issue sometimes. You do have your internal plastic heel counter, as you can see, your synthetic leather liner on the inside with a little bit of a grip coating just to lock your heel in place that much better. As far as the insole itself goes, it's pretty much your standard Nike insole, except you do have a pretty heavy texturing here going through the midfoot and forefoot, which does help to prevent any kind of slippage between your insole and the sock, which is definitely a good thing. Your T90 laser graphic there at the heel in that bright mango color. And then of course the insole itself is predominantly made from EVA foam with your pour-on inserts going throughout. Just provide that little bit more of a responsive and cushioned feel at the same time. As far as the sole plate itself goes, it's made from TPU plastic, as you can see. It's fairly flexible, it's not overly stiff, but the stud pattern itself is all bladed, and it's probably the most aggressive bladed stud pattern that you're going to find out there on the market. It really does work well on natural grass playing surfaces. You don't have a lot of maneuverability once your foot is planted, but in terms of stopping power when you are pushing off and slowing down, you're really going to get a good amount of traction from this particular stud pattern, making it one of my personal favorite bladed stud patterns currently on the market. So that's pretty much it as far as the unboxing portion of this video goes, and to move on to a quick weigh-in so you can see how lightweight these guys are. The Laser 4 is kind of middle of the pack when you're talking about weight and soccer shoes. It's not too heavy, it's not too light, it's kind of just right in my opinion. At least it's a weight range that I personally really like to wear. So I'm going to weigh this pair for you today in real time. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9 US. We're going to throw it on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 9.5 ounces. So like I said, they're middle of the pack, going to provide a nice solid feel on your foot, and like I said, not too heavy, not too light, kind of a perfect balance in my opinion. So that's pretty much it as far as the weigh-in portion of this video goes, and I'll move on to a quick on feet so I get a better idea of how these fit and what the sizing is like. Alright, here's a look at the T90 Laser 4s on feet, and from right out of the box, the shoes are extremely comfortable with little to no break-in time required. The synthetic itself is very soft and flexible from right out of the box, so like I said, from when the first time you put them on, they're pretty much good to go. As far as the overall fit of the shoe goes, it's probably the widest predetermined shape that's available from a Nike top-end model, in that it is slightly wider all the way through, but for the most part it isn't an overly wide shoe, or what I wouldn't call an overly wide shoe. You're going to have a generous amount of room in the forefoot and toe box area, but because it isn't overly high cut, you're still going to have a very snug fit, which is very, very important. And through the midfoot, I wouldn't say that the shoe is overly wide, but it is best suited towards wider feet in the current Nike line. But I still would argue that if you do have a wider foot and you're looking for a Nike shoe, you're probably better off going for the Nike Tiempo Legend 4, because the natural leather upper will have some stretch to it. As far as sizing goes, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. So for the most part, if you are looking to order a pair for yourself, I would strongly recommend ordering true to size. So that's pretty much it as far as the on-feet portion of this video goes, and I'll leave you to my final thoughts. Alright guys, that's it for my unboxing plus on-feet video of the Nike T90 Laser 4. Like I mentioned earlier, if you would like more information on this shoe, be sure to check out the full written review on my website, linked down below in the description. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to leave a like. And if you have any questions regarding this shoe, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you're not subscribed already, be sure to hit that subscribe button for daily videos on all the latest soccer gear. Check out my t-shirt shop, as well as all the latest social media platforms that I'm on, such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Again, links to all of those can be found down below in the description. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.